Hello. So today we are going to do past tense. We are going to talk about actions that happened already, right? And what we do to the word when we are talking about something that happened already. Okay? So for instance, this girl, if this was happening now, we would say this girl is walking, right? If she was walking now, but she's in a picture here, this happened already, they took a snapshot of it. So I could ask, what? Okay, so let's pretend I'm talking to somebody. I'm talking to this girl and I ask her, what did you do yesterday? Most likely she's going to say, I walked yesterday. I walked yesterday. Okay? And this little boy, if he is jumping now, and I ask him, what are you doing? Most likely he will say, I am jumping. But if this happened before, like it happened early this morning or last week or yesterday or last Sunday, and I ask him, what were you doing? Or what did you do yesterday? Or what did you do last week, Monday? Right? He will most likely say, I jumped. Right? Because here he is jumping. I jumped yesterday or I jumped early this morning. All that action of jumping has already happened. So you will say, he will have to say, I jumped, right? And if it was happening now, he would say, I am jumping. So here's another little person, right? And I could ask one of these boys, what did you do here yesterday? Oops. What did you do yesterday? And this boy, he could answer me or he could answer me. And if he answers, he will say, I played football yesterday, right? So when you are talking about something that has happened already, you say it in a different way. And this is how it looks when you write it. So let me get a sheet of paper here. I forgot. Well, I didn't realize I would have to, right? So here again, right? So if it's happening now, right? Oh, right. You would write, I tell you. Give me a minute, sorry. Right. You would write, I am, forgive the handwriting, jump, right? If you were doing this action, you would say, I am jumping. I am jumping right now. I am jumping. But if you did that action 10 days ago or yesterday, and I ask you, what were you doing in this? Let me take this off here. And I ask you, what were you doing in this picture? You are going to say, or what were you doing in this picture yesterday? And you can say, I jumped, right? So instead of say, you will say, I jumped. Now, how do we get us to say jumped? Before the word was saying jumping. Now we have to add something else at the end here to show that it happened already, right? This is what you add at the end. ED. Anytime you see, most times when you see ED at the end of an action word, jumping is an action. When you see ED at the end of an action word, it means the action has already happened. So I'll write, I jumped. Forgive all of this calamity here. Yesterday, right? Yesterday is gone. That action happened already. It's not happening now. It happened before. Okay, so what I'm going to do is finish writing yesterday here. It's kind of hard to hold an angle, right? So I jumped yesterday. Forgive that. Right? If it's happening now, you'll say, I am jumping right now. But if it happened already, you'll say, I jumped. And this ed at the end here is telling you, it tells a secret, like in the video you'll see that, right? It takes you back in time. It tells you of something that happened before. So this is the action word, jump. Why I say it's an action word? Because you could get up and do it. An action word is something that you can do, like you can jump, right? Or you can run, or you can talk, or you can look at something. All of those are action words. So when you see ed at the end of an action word, it means the action has already happened. When you see ing at the end of an action word, like jump or run or skip, skipping, jumping, running, it means the action is happening right now. Okay, so right now we are looking at words, action words, that actions that happened before. And to show that the action happened before, whether it's the action of jumping or running or skipping, we add ed to the end of the word. I jumped yesterday. Not now, yesterday. Okay, bye.